Paladin, Demon Slayer. Hey everybody, Robert from Black Belt Gaming. Thank you for joining me for another set of turns in my Defenders of the Realm playthrough. In our first set of 4 turns, we were able to take down the Orc General. Amazingly, in our second set of turns, we were able to take down the Demon General. I don't know how it's going to go this third set of turns, but I do see something that maybe could have considered not necessarily a mistake, but an oversight on my part, and that was here in Bounty Bay, we had an overrun, and a tainted crystal was placed on the board. I did take a peek back at my previous playthrough, and it was these crystals that lost me the game. The land became too corrupted. There's 12 of these crystals. There's 2 on the board. That means I have 10 left in the supply. But these things can get placed very quickly. So when it was the wizard's turn, and this is what I think I overlooked. When it was the wizard's turn, I think that's when I drew the Darkness Spreads card that created this problem. And the wizard has an ability called Wisdom, where I think I could have discarded that card and drawn another in its place. I don't know if that really would have been any better, but maybe it would have been, and maybe I could have avoided corrupting the Bounty Bay. But let's see if we can do any better as we head into the third round of turns. As I'm beginning the Paladin's turn here, I've actually taken a look through our hero cards, and we are in the best shape to try to go after Varkalak, the undead general. He hasn't come out of the Dark Woods yet. Sapphire's on the march, leaving the Blizzard Mountains and heading into Heaven's Glade. So Sapphire is actually closer to Monarch City. And remember, if a general gets in the city, the game is over. But I think just hero card-wise, as far as being able to roll dice and take down a general, I think I'm better prepared at this point to go after Varkalak. So I think I'm going to start preparing for that. This may not be the most exciting of turns. It's more about getting to where he needs to go. Action number 1 for the Paladin. I'm going to ride 2 spaces to the Unicorn Forest. A second action will ride me up to the Rock Bridge Pass. So here we are. For a third action, that's going to give me some movement here. I'm trying to get to the Dark Woods and whittle down some of those minions. Let me think about this. Yes, I'm very tempted to kill the orcs there, but I'm going to spend that third action going to the Dark Woods. So that was 3 actions getting there. I'm going to spend a 4th action to pick up the black dice and take on the 3 undead minions that surround the general there in the Dark Woods. Paladin gets no special bonuses, so we need to roll 4s or higher. And we take out 1. Last action for the Paladin, we're going to attack the remaining 2. And we are unsuccessful. Couple of things here about the Paladin. The Paladin has an aura of righteousness, can ignore 1 wound from minions. Also, when he ends his turn in a location with the undead, he does not suffer any damage from fear. So what happens is, instead of ending up with potentially 3 points of damage, 2 minions and 1 fear, he only ends up taking a single point of damage. So unfortunately, our Paladin is wounded. So I take one of his tokens and kind of turn it face down, and we'll have to heal that later. We head into the evening for the Paladin. That's great. Got some black. Due to his Helm of Power, he gets 3 cards. I'll take a look and make sure he is less than 10 cards or less. So I'm going to be needing to discard a couple of cards. One is green and one is red, but that gives us a great hand with a lot of black cards, and I'm going to be saving up some of these blues for Sapphire when the time comes. But that's a pretty good hand of cards to try to go after Varkalak with a group attack if we can arrange it. Darkness Spreads, card number 1. Let's see. Fortunately, Sapphire won't be moving. Sapphire is already on the Heaven's Glade. But Ancient Ruins and Eagle Peak Pass get 2 minions each. So here we go, Ancient Ruins and Eagle Peak Pass. In mid-war, second card is for general movement only, and that's bad news. Sapphire will advance to the next location, which is Ancient Ruins, and adds a 3rd minion there. It's a Dragonkin. Well, is Sapphire going to make a move on Monarch City while we're distracted with Varkalak? It's possible. 3 minions there. Thankfully, it is a mix and not 3 demons, which would give us another crystal. We head into the wizard's turn, and I think we're going to teleport to the Golden Oak Forest. That's just directly north of his position. Golden Oak Forest, there are 2 orcs there. And once there, we're going to, that was first action, to teleport. Second action, we're going to discard a green card to activate a fireball attack. So we're going to spend a second action token, and we're going to try to wipe out these orcs. We need, actually this is going to be pretty much automatic with the Amulet of the Gods. So again, that would have handled it. Actually, with a normal attack, we could have taken him out. But with the Amulet of the Gods giving +1, Fireball, all you need is a 2 or higher to incinerate minions. This was just a guaranteed minion killer. So, very good. We took out 2 orcs. That means we get to place 2 orcs on our Orc Hunter quest card. So there's a nice little bonus, making a little progress. We need 6 orcs killed to complete this quest. Third action will be to head into the Dark Woods and join the Paladin. Fourth action, we're going to attack the undead there with a normal attack. All right, here we go. And that's a 2 and a 2, +1 makes a 3 and a 3. Not good enough. We didn't get either one of them. I'm really not wanting to go Fireball because I don't want to lose cards to attack the general. So I'm going to spend one more action and try another basic attack. Now, the 4 is good enough, and the 3 from the Amulet of the Gods becomes a 4. We took out both of the minions there. So thankfully, the wizard will not take damage as he ends his turn in the Dark Woods. So let's head into the evening. We're going to draw a couple of cards. Well, getting ready for Sapphire, I guess. And now we need to do Darkness Spreads. Let's remember Wisdom. We've got Wisdom in our back pocket. Orc War Party. Add 1 orc to each location that has 1 orc and only 1 orc on it. That's not so bad. That's pretty much just going to be 1 more orc added to the table. at the Father Oak Forest. Not too bad there. So Varkalak is not near Monarch City yet, so we don't have to worry about that. One more card for general movement. It is Balazarg advances. We don't need to worry about that, so we'll let those cards stay. Let's head over to the dwarf here. Got our Boots of Speed giving us +2 actions. And I wasn't sure, do these tokens actually go into the full stack? Do they actually become life tokens? I'm not sure. How do you guys play that? The dwarf. I think the dwarf is going to discard a red card and attempt a ritual to cleanse the land in the Scorpion Canyon. So if I had to house rule anything to make this game a little easier, I might house rule that this action may be automatic when you discard the card, but it's not automatic by the rules. You need to roll 2 dice. We need, I believe it is a 5 or a 6, and we did get a 5. Thankfully, so we do take a crystal off. That was, I think, a worthwhile first action because of how quickly these crystals can get out of control. Let's spend a set of actions and march up towards the Dark Woods to join the others. Well, thankfully, due to his Boots of Speed, he's able to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more actions to get to the Dark Woods. And he actually has 1 action left over. But I think, you know what? I'm actually going to take that back and spend that additional action on my way. As we were marching through the Blood Flats, that was 1 action to get there. We're going to spend that 1 additional action we had on the road to try to take a swing at the demon there. Because the dwarf has the Demon Hunter quest card. And a 1, just ignore that. Nothing happened. Nothing to see here. Never mind. He's back up at the Dark Woods with everybody else. All right, let's go into the evening. Come on, we want a black card. Well, we got a special card. Those are always welcome. And Darkness Spreads. Card number 1, Minotaur Forest and Land of the Amazons. Not so bad. 2 orcs in the Minotaur Forest and 1 undead in the Land of the Amazons. No general movement since that was Balazarg. Let's check the next one for general movement only. Again, Balazarg. Nothing happens. All right, it is our cleric. She will spend her first of 6 actions riding her unicorn 2 spaces to the Seabird Port. She'll spend a second action attacking the undead there. And her unicorn allows her, I'm just double checking again, her unicorn allows her 1 reroll of failed dice for each combat. So we can reroll this one. And that's 5 and a 5. That's 2 kills. For her next action, let me think. I've got some actions left, but I can't get it quite in the right combination to to do much more on this turn other than get her up there to the general and activate an attack, a group attack. So next action will be to move 2 areas, and another action to join the group, and another action to attempt a group attack on Varkalak. All right, here he is. Players may not use any rerolls or special skills against Varkalak. All right, just looking here at the FAQ as I continue to try to learn this game a bit better. We just can't use anything special against Varkalak, except maybe we can use the Amulet of the Gods. It does say +1 including generals. So I don't know. Now I'm doubting that, because the FAQ says, I'm going to turn my mic here with me. It says that many of the hero's skills state they cannot be used against a general, but those skills that may be used against a general may not be used against Varkalak. So I'm not sure if the Amulet of the Gods is going to help here against Varkalak or not. It kind of seems like it won't. So I think we just have to do this the old-fashioned way and just roll the dice and see if it's enough to take him out. Well, let's begin this battle with the wizard. The wizard doesn't have that much except these 2 basic black cards. So that's going to be 2 dice. Everything else we're getting ready for Sapphire. So 2 black dice. And 3 and 3. So neither one of those are a hit. So that's a failed attempt. Amulet of the Gods would have made that 2 hits, but I don't think it works against Varkalak due to his special ability. All right, next up is our cleric. She's the one who initiated the attack. She's going to be committing 3 dice to the attack action. She doesn't get +1s here, but that's still 2 hits for her. 1, 2. 2 damage from the cleric on Varkalak. I know the dwarf hasn't gone yet, but I'm going to go ahead and have the paladin go. He's already the demon slayer and orc slayer. If we get lucky, I mean, how many titles does he need, right? So he's going to get rid of some of the cards in his hand. He, with his Helm of Power, carries around more cards. We're going to commit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black dice, or 6 dice total. And that's 1 hit, 2, wow, just 2 hits. 1, 2. Whew, I thought it would have been better than that. All right, it's up to the dwarf. All right, the dwarf steps up. And it's a bit of a gamble here. 2 black cards. Let's see if it's enough. We just need 1 hit. And we got 2. Boom. The dwarf just killed Varkalak. Well, excellent work. We get to distribute some loot. I think everybody gets, because everybody's there. 3 cards. And we have to advance the war status. Well, now we're heading into it. Late war. We're going to be drawing Darkness Spreads cards like crazy now. I think it's 2 with minions and general movement, and then a last card with just general movement only. So our cleric, after initiating the group attack on the general, still has 1 action remaining. We're going to play a special card from her hand. It says, place a magic gate on any location. Varkalak is gone, so we might as well use this. We don't really have any gates on this side of the board, and we're going to need to get over there to Sapphire. Let's put a gate right there at Rockbridge Pass. It's kind of connected to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different areas. That's pretty good. I debated whether to put it here at the village, but that's a little closer, and we could get our people over to Sapphire, I think, a little faster. So that didn't require an action. That was a special card. So for her actual final token, I think I'm going to spend another one that was reserved for Varkalak here. I think she drew these after the battle. It's an eagle, so we're going to use an eagle to fly 4 spaces. And I think if I count this, 1, 2, 3, 4, we can get to Monarch City. So I think I'm going to fly her to Monarch City. So that will end it for the cleric. We're coming into the evening. We'll get her a couple of cards. One of these is a special, which is always great. And now to the rough part. Darkness Spreads. We got 3 cards coming in. Add 1 orc to each green location that is currently empty. All right, so the undead general would move, but he is out of the game. But we got a lot of orcs coming in now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we've got 6 orcs coming in because Heaven's Glade does have 1 minion there. All right. All right, the orc patrols have been placed. Next, Darkness Spreads card. 2 in Griffin Forest. That's going to total 3 orc minions up there. And 2 in Dragon's Teeth range, Dragonkin. That's still okay. But no overruns yet. The orc general would advance, but he's not here. All right, minions are multiplying like crazy now. It's late war and things get wild. Last one is for general movement only, and it says Balazarg. Fortunately, he's out of the game. So we've survived another round. Wow, we were able to take down another general, and now we're going to concentrate our efforts on Sapphire. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you'll catch me for the next round of turns.